Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Roman, Game Master 343, and today I got a very special one I want to talk to you guys about. Hold on just a second. Hey, dude, give me a minute.
First cockadoodle pussy. Well, since he's gone, I might as well try to entertain all of you guys. So first off, did Mr. A turn off his light? But anywho, so since he's gone, I might as well entertain you guys. Well, uh, watch more anime. Um, Demon Slayer was pretty good, pretty awesome this season. We're getting another season. And good, he's back. Good.
Yes, I'm back. Anyway, I was wanting to actually talk to you about what Lofty Pixels was actually talking about on his little Twitter spear.
Okay, refresh my memory.
Basically, he was talking about like the current state of Hollywood and shit like that. Because basically, you know how we're always getting all these fucking crappy movies and shit.
Well, don't forget that all diamonds in the rough every now and then. We do get good movies, but though yes, it does feel like majority of the things we get is absolute dumpster fire, and that's just being nice because there's no reason that we should be getting garbage like this. Because you remember back in the day, insert okay boomer joke here or whatever, like in the 90s, early 2000s, the 80s, 70s, there was passion in a lot of those movies. Now, yes, Hollywood does do unspeakable things, especially to children, but we're not pointing at them though. We're pointing at movies themselves, and that they were good, they were entertaining, they were fun, they were creative. Now, movies such as we gotta make sure we have some gender studies, political bullshit, and to make sure some neckbeard with pronouns on Twitter feels like they're seen for real, for real.
Also, if you actually haven't noticed, I actually did a Rate the Waifus for High School of the Dead.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen that. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, in
But I,
fact,
but I,
next,
oh,
I
go
had
on.
to say this because, hold on, Dale, I'll let you talk as soon as I'm done. Basically, I did make a promise, and I actually wanted to be a man of my word and actually keep that promise. So, there you go.
Nice. But though, what I was about to say was, we we used to have good movies. We used to have your like your stoner movies, like oh crap, like American Pie. Crap, what's that other one? American Pie, and like crap. Just the one with Jonah Hill.
Super bad?
Well, yeah, super bad. Yeah, super bad. You had American Pie. You had the list goes on, right? Yeah, you have these good stoner movies, but yet it's like, okay, where is that movie today? Where's that good, funny ass movie that's just dumb, raunchy fun?
Oh my god, freaking. You had to go and mention stoner movies. May I actually suggest Grandma's Boy?
Oh God, I loved that movie. It was so good and wholesome and cute too. And it was just that movie. There's several other movies that fall into that category, and yet we no longer see them in this day and age. Now, granted, maybe someone in the comment section can be like, "Hey, wait, no, there's this movie here that's just like super bad but more raunchy or whatever." Which, okay, cool, fine, but in the Hollywood sphere, what's being shown to us, why aren't we seeing the next, stoner flick? Why aren't we seeing the next cool, awesome, not just with stoner flicks, but with indie TV show, like movie rather, like an action movie that's on the same level as anything with John Claude Van Damme or anyone. I mean, yes, we do have the Fast and the Furious 9, which is good, But why do we only have that? Where's, the next action movie that has many badass things happening?
Yeah, basically, it's because not only is it due to the fact that we actually have all these like writer strikes going on and the freaking and like all these Hollywood actors trying to actually say Orange Man bad and shit like that.
Even though it's been like, 2 years, like, get over it.
Yeah, in fact, they just want to actually be a part of the establishment.
Well, you know what they say, fuck the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's been past 30 seconds, so we get to cuss. But no, it's just, again, we used to have such good movies back in the day. Not just with stoner flicks, but action, adventure, horror, the list goes on. But now it really feels like Hollywood is just giving us duds after duds after duds. I mean, let's talk about the biggest offender, Disney. Because used to, back then, Disney had this thing called passion.
Mm-hmm.
They put that into their works. Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, Mulan, Pinocchio, the list goes on. But now it's just, hey, let's make a live action rendition of this movie, but with bullshit put into it. I mean, who's asking for live action Disney movies of old movies? No one. And they suck. They're boring. They're dull. They don't have the passion that they used to. I remember I was watching last year when Pinocchio, the Disney version came out. I'd seen someone talk about the movie and was also talking about the how the first movie, the original movie, they put a lot of work into, well, making that movie. I mean, the whole scene with Monstro and the bubbles, that was handmade. That was something that has never been done at that time. I mean, yeah, you see that nowadays, like, okay, cool beans, whatever. But back then, it was hand drawn. And there was a lot of passion put into making this movie. Just
That's
like
the
with
thing that's actually missing there, Dio. I mean, I hate to cut you off, but basically that's the only thing that's missing is passion because nobody's actually freaking being passionate, but yet we're actually all the shareholders and all the conglomerates are actually putting their money into freaking influencers, like TikTok influencers, freaking social media influencers, because that's actually a, and I quote, safer bet instead of taking a risk and putting on an artist and try to make something new.
I mean, the other thing is like again, you look at all these movies. Jump back to Pinocchio real quick. He's a good boy from the start, from the get go. He's a good boy, which makes the scene of him turning into the donkey in Pleasure Island absolutely stupid. It's like, wait, you're supposed to act like a jackass in order to become a literal jackass, but yet here you are, you know being a good boy and yet you're still being put like what even. Not just that, but also Jiminy Cricket has next to no personality or any use in the movie. Meanwhile he did in the original movie. Now you jump on over to the Lion King. The original, of course, like we said before, had passion. I always go to this scene because it shows you how good it was compared to the new scene that was made. But it's when Scar betrays Mufasa. You close your eyes and listen to Scar. Long live the king. Like the voice actor had such venom in his mouth. It sounded so damn evil and good. And then when you see the expression that Scar has, it sends chills down your spine. This dude is a monster. He is going to kill his own brother. Meanwhile, the live action, long live the king. That's exactly how the live action Scar says it. And he just swipes Mufasa's paws, and then he falls down to the stampede. And it's like that that had absolutely no heart put into it. And then you have the scene with Simba screaming, "Dad!" again, in the original, it sounded genuine. It sounded great. This one, and I'm going to quote what I've seen a lot of people say. This one just sounded like a kid got his Wi-Fi cut off. Like, no, Dad, put on the Wi-Fi. Like, and also another stupid scene, jumping into the whole Pumbaa when the hyena calls him chubby. Mind you, the actual line's supposed to be pig, and then it's the whole, you talking to me? Are you talking to me? They call me Mr. Pig! And, which by the way, clearly they wanted the whole, body positivity bullshit, so they said, call him chubby in this version. Like, I am not ashamed to be a little overweight. Like, here's the thing, the original scene was more, it was better because that right there was more body positivity because, like, you don't disrespect me, you put respect behind that pig. But though, there's no passion. And fun fact for you, Lady and the Tramp came out like in 2019. No one knew that. It just came and went under the radar, and you know as well as I do, it had absolutely no heart put into it.
Because
Also, Casabo, I think that's how you say the name, brought up a good point. Modern films are being poorly written. Yes.
exactly, because basically, we're actually, in a time where freaking social media and is the the lifeblood of everything. But you know, people just need to learn to get off social media and try to actually be a little more interactive.
That does suck for these kids today because they don't know how to have fun outside. Like, if you throw the kid outside, mind you, not literal, this is figuratively, do not actually throw children. That's not okay. But though, if you were to take the children outside, they would not know what to do with themselves. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, maybe there are some kids who are being raised right, and, they do play outside with toys and go on adventure and stuff like that, but I have seen way too many, kids on the cell phone. Like, little Timmy wants a, iPad for Christmas, or what? You know what I wanted for Christmas? Toys. Now, sure, I did want, the next Nintendo game, but at least with that, it was still a toy. It was still fun. A cell phone and iPad, they're not really fun. It's just, ooh, I get to watch YouTube. Guess what? I can do that before bed. I want to, go out and play and have fun. But children these days, insert okay boomer joke here or whatever, but children these days, they don't know how to do that. They are stuck with having their hands on the latest, smartphone or whatever.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous how people actually freaking how people always actually say shit like, "Oh, you're actually freaking you need to go out and touch grass." Why don't you actually do the same thing, you fucking hypocrite?
Exactly. But the point here, though, the point here is they. Hold on. I was reading something. I was a little distracted there, but the point here is kids today don't know how to have fun with just their imagination.
Well,
And it is the parent's fault because the parent, throws them in front of the TV or in front of the cell phone, and the kid has nothing to really do that is, well, creative.
yeah, and sadly, I never really got to go outside because basically I was always forced into my room by my freaking abusive stepdad.
Mm. Well, when I was living with my uncle, we were kind of forced to go outside because he believed as long as there's daylight, you gotta go outside and play. We weren't allowed to come inside. Which, by the way, I've seen this one video on YouTube where there's this woman who responds to these idiots, and this idiot's like, "Wait, y'all drink out of the water faucet? Why?" And the woman's like, "Because there was no going inside." Not just that, but also, like, all generation was tough. All generation went outside. We dug through the dirt. Like, you know how many times I got cut while playing in the dirt by, glass? And I was like, "Oh crap, man! Now I gotta go inside, get it washed, and get a band-aid." Well, then I went back out and played some more because I wanted to. Nowadays, if a kid gets a little tiny paper cut, they will act as if they are dying.
I mean, basically, people are actually so freaking sensitive these days. I mean, if you're gonna actually, I mean, if you get a paper cut and you actually think that freaking, and you think you're gonna die, I think that actually just shows how freaking lightweight you are.
I mean, that's the thing with all of them, that they are absolutely lightweights. Like, they couldn't survive in our time. They would not be able to survive in the 90s and early 2000s when we had punishments, we had, curfews, we had rules, we had the list goes on. Like, we are the last of our kind, basically. Where this new generation, they're all coddled, they got the widow participation awards, and they feel special. They're all snowflakes, and like you can't say loser anymore. Oh, so Shiny says, to my eyes, we've seen now why kids aren't in the playgrounds and schoolyards very much, which we've seen the cyberbullying situation. Yeah, kids aren't going to playgrounds anymore. Like, I've walked by this one playground where I live, and park rather, and it's always bare. There's no kids playing.
Because basically, with the threat of freaking like COVID and shit like that, basically, and also let's not forget, like, thanks to like social media and shit like that, we're just actually in like a like eternal freaking state of limbo.
Yeah, like I said before, we are the last generation. We are the ones who were, unafraid to get our hands dirty. Meanwhile, these, Nancy's,
Yeah, they are a bunch of Nancy's, but God forbid, people just don't actually have a sense of adventure anymore.
oh
They
no.
don't.
And I mean, to be fair, what also kind of taints the whole adventure thing is the fact that since we got, all this technology and, video cameras, little Timmy can't, um, you know, go and have their own adventure.
That's why if I ever have kids, I don't want them to actually grow up on like social media, but actually try to do some of the things that I used to do as a kid, minus all the abuse and stuff like that.
Yeah, and as you should. Because, kids need to have fun. A kid's main focus should be on fun. They should be thinking about anything other than, man, I wonder what toy I want to get for Christmas or whatever.
Yeah, and sadly they're doing away with toys, and like the toys nowadays. Where the fuck is all this like toilet humor coming from? Like this, like it's literally like freaking toys actually having all this poop and toilet stuff. Like
Oh, you seen that shit? No pun intended.
yes, 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 yes.
But
I've
like,
seen it.
I seen. Okay, so I remember this a while back. Hi, Pedro. Well, hey, Pedro. But I've seen this a while back. I've seen this a while back. So I was, walking through the toy aisle because Christmas was close, and I had to buy some toys for my niece and shit. So as I'm walking through the toy aisle, I see this board game with a wiener dog, and the game is basically you feed it Play-Doh for it to go poop. And I seen Penguin or Charlie, the guy. Well, you know him, right?
Yeah, Moist Critical.
Yeah, Moist Critical, yeah. He reviewed this one commercial, and it's about a unicorn that poops.
Yeah, I
And
see it too, and that's how that whole freaking woo, yeah, baby, that's what I wait for. So Bell, woo, yeah,
yeah,
that's where that whole freaking meme came from.
yeah, and I'm sorry, but I made the bad mistake of eating while watching that video because I was not expecting it to be that goddamn gross. And I'm just thinking, like, how do you, the toy creator, sit there and go, yes, this is the toy I am going to make for children?
Yeah, but
I mean,
we
now,
can't.
now go on.
Okay, hold on. I just want to cut off. Why can't we actually have like Nerf gun wars and shit like that? Because basically, this actually will promote like mass shootings and shit.
But now I will also say this. So I do hold on. Cartoons and toys are made for emotional stunted adults who. Yep, there you go, Drax. There you go. Word for word, yes. Yes it is. Because okay. Okay, so let's we're going to be nice and leave Steven Universe out because while there are some issues of fandom, it was a decent show. But then you have what's coming out, the new Bears, the baby version. I don't understand why they gotta be babies now, but whatever, here you are. But apparently there's a quote unquote non-binary character, and it's like who is this for besides emotionally stunted adults? Because no child, because if we're talking about diversity and inclusion and all that good shit, well, no child can relate to a non-binary character because there's no such thing. I mean, the only, if there is a non-binary child, it's the same thing as a vegan cat. There's only one person making the shots here, and it's not the child nor the cat. Because there's no way that a child is going to be like, yes, I am non-binary, unless they are being groomed.
Yeah, it just actually pretty much was. I wonder how many views I've actually gotten for my latest video.
Mm. But
Let me just pull it up real quick. Okay, videos. 30 so far out of 9 hours. Not bad, not bad at all. Pretty glad that I'm glad I actually did that.
yes. But though, I will say this though. I will say this. Oh, hold on. During the early 2000s, I spent more time playing games. Oh, nice, Shiny. But I mean, no. It's just like Jack said, cartoons and toys nowadays are made for emotionally stunted adults, and it like I remember watching the quartering a while back, and he was talking about this one show that was a kids show like for preschoolers, and it was on Netflix. It had 5 seasons, which I would at least say this: massive props for not shooting yourself in the foot for this long. But so there's a character. Well, first of all, the show is about this girl that goes to the museum, and how the characters come to life, and she's friends with a bison, and the bison, his name is Fred. Now, Fred is a girl. And now, granted, I know Fred sounds like a male name. I mean, most of the time it is. But you also got to remember there's Freddy. It's like with Frankie, it's kind of gender neutral. But anywho, so Fred tells the MC, well, I'm watching my grandmother However, the last time she saw me, I was a she. But now I don't feel like a she. I feel like a Fred. AKA, she feels like herself. And it's like, you're still a female. You're still a girl. And it is so stupid and asinine because it's like, you didn't make a point. If anything, I'm more concerned with your mental health because when you see these people who identify as non binary, it always boils down to they don't feel human. They don't feel like a person. They feel, you know, like this lesser thing. And it's not about gender, it's about self esteem, which these individuals clearly lack.
Excuse me.
Nice.
Uh,
But instead of giving them, mental help that they need, we're all just saying, that's right, Bob. You are non binary today, and tomorrow you'll change your gender again. Because, of course, why not? I mean, that totally can happen. Me and you both can just become a woman right now.
I'm sticking as a dude. Thank you very much.
I mean, but it's just. These shows are being targeted towards children are very, very disturbing because whenever you say you're non binary, we know what that means. You're a mentally unstable individual who wants
Exactly.
to indoctrinate children, which is why I say constantly leave the children alone.
I mean, I'm against child abuse of any kind.
Same here, and guess what? And before I continue, just in case some newbie shows up, it needs to be said, and I hate saying this, but it has to be said, I am bisexual. I have a boyfriend. Now, with that being said, I absolutely despise the pride community. Now,
Yeah,
not the
exactly.
LGBT individuals, because there are those of us in the LGBT who are like, oh my god, these, assholes make us look bad. Can y'all please shut up? And we are told to, silence ourselves. Meanwhile, these clowns get to speak as loudly as they so choose, and everyone is supposed to shut up and listen while we keep our voices down, and they in turn make us look bad. They make us look like we are some sick, disgusting, degenerate, creeps who are literally after. Hell, a couple of days ago, there was that video going around, and of course they say, "Oh, it was just a joke, guys. It was just a joke," because they always say that when they get heat. But though the guy's like, there's the pride community was like, we are here, we are queer, and we're coming after your children. And
Oh,
it's like,
don't even get me started on that freaking like all those like LGBT and like propagandists out there, and I'm using freaking air quotes with the LGBT group because they actually were going around DC stripped like completely topless and freaking running around like having the women actually be bare chested.
which, by the way, one thing I do want to throw out there, kind of bitching off that for a second. So there's a Christian boycott thing with a bunch of Christians, and they're all, dressed up, they're all being polite and everything. And it's like the difference is night and day. You have individuals who are, modest, if you will, and then you have the clowns who are morbidly obese, wearing a rainbow thong, grinding on one another in front of children, and are demanding you, me, and everyone else to, respect them.
Ah, we finally got Matt. So this party's actually freaking getting kicked off. All right, let's go.
Alright,
Yeah,
it's a threesome now.
yeah, I would go with that. Just
Well,
had to drop my brother off to work.
Nice.
Ah.
Well,
But anyway, we're glad you're here there, dude. I mean, basically, we're just actually talking about like that whole freaking LGBT fucking nonsense.
Oh, yeah. That ESG, diversity, equity, and inclusion bullcorn.
Yep. Especially with like, those freaking topless women running around freaking in DC. And
Oh my god, don't even remind me of that god awful video. Like, my face was about ready to melt off the moment I saw this many uggos in one picture.
remember, these uggos are the ones who are demanding, fictional characters in games, anime, and stuff like that to look just like them. And it's like, no. No one wants to
How
look
about
at
now, you psychotic bitch?
It's like, no, nobody wants to look at something so ugly and repulsive.
oh
And
no, I got a better
personality.
one, guys. It's just like Dr. Evil from freaking from Austin Powers. How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
That's basically what I said.
You gotta add emphasis to that when you actually say it there, Matt. You just gotta actually freaking.
I know, but good lord. Just an amount of uggos on screen is enough to make me
Okay,
make
Hanzo
me
actually. Hold on. Hanzo actually says, also nowadays, directors and actors are bad educated Nepo babies. The LGBTQ lobby is only the peak of the iceberg of the real problem.
In other words, ESG.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these people who are in the LGBT community, the new ones anyway, and I said this once and I'll say it again, these people are fake. I guarantee you, none of them are actually LGBT. They're just saying that because you gotta remember, to these clowns, being straight, especially a straight white man, is the equivalent of being a very, very, very evil and bad person in our world's history. So they gotta be
So basically,
special.
yeah, they want to use the LGBT thing as a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which guys like Rob Halford and such are against. Henceforth, why Rob Halford stood up for Chick-fil-A before they cucked out.
Yeah. There's the sign, dude. No shit, Sherlock.
Exactly, and again, it's just absolutely disgusting with how these, the community is tainting our name because, you got individuals such as myself who just want to be treated as a human being and left alone, but these clowns want you to respect, to glorify, to worship, to let them do unspeakable things to your children. And it's like, when you
Oh
do this
yeah,
shit,
we're here. We're queer. We're coming for your children.
yeah,
Fuck
it's like
that.
when you do shit like that, you give religious zealots more reason to hate us. And it's like, you look at it, it's like, you know what? I understand why you hate us so much because of this right frickin' here.
Okay, Hanzo actually says writer's strike will end with a conservative Hollywood in either Texas or Florida.
I'm actually hoping Hollywood moves to either Texas or Florida.
I'm hoping that.
I'm actually for Florida because I don't know about Texas.
Texas is not bad. I mean, it's got a lot. It's got some good culture and all that. Not to mention, a lot of great westerns took place there.
Yeah, true, but that's the thing I'm worried about. Is like, what if like all these liberals actually come into Texas and then start taking it over and turning Texas blue?
It's a state of cowboys. They're not likely. They're not likely to. They're about as likely to take over Texas as I don't know. A dog sled in a demolition derby.
I mean, what makes it so hilarious is This is Texas. They're not going to just say hee haw, yeah, sure. Let's respect your mentally your gender identity. Because I'm sorry, but your gender is imaginary. When you say I identify as, what I and everyone else here is, I'm pretending to be a pickle. You have to respect my gender.
Dude, I don't give a fuck if you sexually identify as a fruit fly. You're not marrying a fucking snapping turtle. Although, let's be real, you do have about the same IQ as a fruit fly.
Yup. Also, Shani actually brings up a good point. Remember Occupy Wall Street? They were against corporatism, and now these ESG expletive had ruined by introducing them to identity politics, which ruins the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Whoopity fucking doodah.
But you know what?
Leave it to the 1% of the top 1% and to fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm. Because
Fuck
God
you, George Soros.
I don't really care for all this messaging that's going on. I don't really care. All right. If you do good by me, I'll do good by you. Simple as that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the golden rule right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's just like the old saying goes, respect is earned, never given.
Exactly.
If you're actually yeah, exactly. But you see, people actually nowadays just want to be fucking disrespectful pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because,
I blame Howard Stern for that.
Oh, Jesus. I can't stand him.
I mean, I used to listen to him a lot back in my young and wild days, but let's be real, he really went off the deep end.
Yep.
And started started chasing the ESG dragon.
Especially since a lot of his views are really, really dumb. Me and Didi talked about this with this clown ass, but the way he described bronies, fans of MLP, all men, children who are neckbeards, no, you dumb fucking hippie looking asshole. That's not even remotely close.
Not to mention, the same is also said about anime fans being dumb, worthless neckbeards who never leave their mother's basement. That could be even further from the truth. And that's the same type of bullshit comedy, and I'm using the finger quotations, that gave us fucking X-Play in the fucking first place.
Oh, not just that, but also Big Bang Theory, which
ew, fucking ew.
What makes it so bad?
Get the fuck away from me, please.
What makes it so damn bad, though? Well, besides everything about, but is there is a person who has edited out the laugh track, and when you hear the jokes, massive air quotes, it's where is the funny? Because there's one character who was talking about okay, so the final battle is gonna be, and he was listing out Thundercats, Doctor Who, and and it was basically just nerd mumbo jumbo that only nerds would understand,
and not to mention not the really funny nerd type humor that actually transcends nerd humor.
Mm-hmm. And not just that, but it's also the fact that it was just they don't know how to tell jokes. They honest to God do not know how to, and what makes it worse is now the assholes in middle and high school are now going to be like, oh, I was always a fan of the comic books.
Okay, I'm actually calling it absolute horseshit on that.
Yeah, it's that part I dread a lot. Some douche bro ass clown would come up to me and tell me they've always been a Star Wars. They've always been an anime fan. Even when I call them out on their bullshit, they still mock and scoff at me and call me a neckbeard. And
Oh,
still proclaim themselves a
basically,
real anime fan.
Oh God. Basically, I gotta simply say, I could definitely see freaking my happy ass actually roasting either Professor Otaku or Lance Rothman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, by the way, how the fuck is Lance doing these days? Oh wait, I haven't even heard from him because his bitch made ass got yeeted from YouTube, but I sure as fuck ain't seeing him on Twitter. Thank fucking God.
Which is fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, please! Oh God, this is why I can't stand. 20 or 15 years ago, manga in USA was shadow banned thanks to neocon corporates. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We don't consider neocons actual conservatives. They're basically fascists in wearing a conservative suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, don't even get me started on freaking Chambers of My Heart, especially after
Oh yeah, that bitch
fucking pulled on me.
God, does this bitch ever shut the fuck up about how she's constantly offended by fan service? Like, Jesus fucking
You know what's
Christ.
funny is there are plenty of women, such as Natalie and Mecha Random 47 and others, who are like, man, I sure do like fan service. And what was
A shame that Mecha Random went off the deep end, unfortunately.
wait? What do you mean?
I think look up recent Twitter feed and stuff and YouTube's pertaining to her, and you'll see what I mean.
I mean, I seen one of her latest videos talking about how they made that ugly character in the Fable series.
Oh yeah, that thing.
I don't want to think about
Assuming we're gonna call that homunculus, that hermaphroditic homunculus human.
No, it is just what happens when this is what happens when man plays God.
And God is actually fucking forsaking us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this is what happens when man plays God.
I'm pretty much understanding right now. I think I'm understanding God's whole deal with the flood in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, we're glad you're actually doing good there, Taylor. I mean,
one thing.
But in all seriousness, it's just it is what it is because we're actually always getting the fucking short end of the stick here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we shouldn't.
Also, since I'm going to derail for a second, but I just want to get this off my chest because since this horrible month is almost over, I didn't make it.
Thank you, God.
And I didn't make it to that one podcast because I was doing D&D with DD and Shadow, but so I just want to say I hate this month again. I'm bisexual. Alright. But I absolutely loathe this month because all it is first of all, the corporations pretending to give two shits about us when all it really truly is at the end of the day is they want our money. Furthermore,
it's basically an ESG. It's basically an ESG Ponzi scheme, is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And furthermore, the pride parades are absolutely disgusting, distasteful. Seeing a bunch of fat,
don't
ugly
even get
guys
me started on that one South Park episode with Mr. Garrison.
You got these morbidly obese neckbeards with pink hair and rainbow thongs grinding on each other in front of children and chanting, "Well, coming for each." It's like this adds on to the hate, right? Like,
yeah,
those
Yeah.
Of course they know this adds on to the hate. That was pretty much the intent.
And
Also, Taylor says, I can't wait for the rainbow cringe to be over. I'm here with you, all my brothers.
Same here. Same here, because it's like this flag is not my flag. You know what my pride flag is? The
Red,
red,
white, and blue?
white, and blue. Yes, with 49 stars on it. And yes, I know it's supposed to be 50, but it'd be a codeine hell for I consider California a goddamn state. Can I get an amen?
Amen. Hallelujah. Peanut butter to that, dude.
Brother.
But it's just the fact is the whole pride thing is toxic as all hell. Now, yes, it is more the trans community than it is the LGBT
We
community.
call them truth around these parts.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, the LGBT community is just as toxic, but the trans community really, really, really goes out of its way
Hang on.
to be as
I'll be back.
hostile. To be as hostile as humanly possible, because you got a lesbian is not allowed to say she hates penises, and a gay guy is not allowed to say he hates vagina, because that's problematic. When yet a lesbian only likes vagina and a gay guy only likes penises and the same gender, and it's not a big deal. But all it is they gotta play victim. They want to be the victim no matter what. Even though, mind you, the LGBT community talks about genocide and all that other shit, when yet they are the most coddled individuals in America. Like,
Yeah.
dear
I mean,
God.
I've been a victim of bullying for a good part of my young life, and I was like, fuck this. I never wanted that. I never wanted victim status. I just want to live a normal, decent life without all that bullshit. Is it really too much?
Okay, hold on.
Ask?
Okay, according to Taylor, she says the Rainbow Progress flag is the next racism flag. No offense, my friends. I found it as a black minority. I found new flag as a neo-racist flag.
I don't blame you.
It is, by all means, it is, because it's just, this flag is a symbol of pure evil. It says, if you do not agree with my, hive mind, we will dox you, we will, death threat you, we will go out of our way to make you uncomfortable, and you can just, deal with it. I mean, again, the trans community wants the lesbian and the gay community to shut up and, like, they want to act as if asking what is a woman is some big, deep philosophical thing, when no, it's not. What is a woman? You got chromosomes, you got
I blame
genitalia.
college academia.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, this isn't real. Your delusion doesn't make it real. And if you disagree with them, of course, they dox you, they come after you, your family, and then they go, with the victims, you're committing genocide.
Fuck you, you fucking racist piece
Yeah.
of shit. Because basically,
by the way, there's something I've noticed about the pride flag. I mean, if you really put it into a puzzle, make it and put
okay, I gotta find something here real quick.
and make it look like a Nazi flag. Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see here. I gotta freaking find it first. So, all right, let's see here.
Pride Nazi flag.
Nah, I mean, basically, hold on. Let me just look this up first. Griffin. This is actually one of my first little favorite rants. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay, I mean, wait. Okay. Let's kind of go through an ad right now. And there we go. Okay, present and share screen. Like rant, share. Okay. Wait. There we go.
Technology. It likes to fuck us in the ass.
Oh,
Yep.
my.
Here we go.
I'll remind you real quick that this pandemic has been hard on a lot of people, and that includes your favorite YouTubers. So if you like what I do and you want to see more, head on over to my Patreon at patreon.com/rantinggriffin. Or if you prefer, I just started up a new subscribe star /to the Ranting Griffin. And if you have a few
Also,
bucks
guys,
laying
I
around
do
at
have
the
a
end of the
Patreon
month,
as
I
well.
sure could use it. Or if
Basically,
you want to send me an email, which
if
may
you guys
or
can
may not
actually
be read
throw
in one
some
of my
shekels
videos,
my way,
send it to
I would
2@ranting-griffin.com.
appreciate it. But the
I'd
Patreon is
love to read
completely
it. Thank
optional.
you
You
guys for
don't have to
watching,
do
and
it.
I'll see you in my next video.
Anyway, this is actually one of my personal favorite rants alongside guns.
Hey there, let me give you just a tiny little update about me, okay? Sometimes I like to ask questions. Whoa, creepy shit, right? And sometimes I ask the little questions, and they're not very important, right? Like, hey, how does this blue piece of candy get stuck under my arm? You know, or are you positive that elephant didn't have cancerous venereal disease and was over the age of 18? You know, just stupid little bullshit like that.
Okay,
But
that's
other
a
times I have big questions. Sometimes I have questions that are so damn important they should be studied by the greatest minds that have ever shot a curved brainwave out of the side of their cranium. And you lucky bastard, today I have one of those questions. And, well, actually I have two of them. And the first one is, what is a flag? What the hell is a flag? And it, yes, Jesus, of course, it's a big piece of cloth with colors all over it. But now that, damn it, what does a flag mean? What's its purpose? Why would some fidget brain be dancing around waving this fucking thing over his head? What, is he stupid? Is this some swamp neck in Louisiana trying to remember the few colors he can still remember the names of after drinking half a gallon of moonshine alligator piss? I mean, it's not stupid if you was, hey, why is that shit noggin waving around a bunch of neon colored basic shapes like a maniac? If you were an alien that just stepped onto this planet, that would not be a dumb shit thing to ask, you know? Militaries carry flags around, it's on government buildings, people, just normal dumbasses will put flags in their yard or on their house. I mean, we flew our asses to another planet, and the first fucking thing we did was stick a flag on that bitch. Well, why do we do this? What the hell is the reason that we do this shit? It's because a flag is usually a symbol for inclusion. When you stick up that flag, you're saying, hey, you see that? That's more than just me. That's me and my people. You can't see all the fuckers right here, okay? Some of them went to the bowling alley and they're drinking cheap as hell horse piss beer and throwing heavy balls at each other, and you can't see them all right here. But this right here, this is the sign for all of us, okay? That's what a flag is for. It's a sign of inclusion. This is why we have them. This is why people fly them. This is why we take them to other places. Sometimes this is the reason we burn them. They're a symbol to represent a group of people. And no, I am not finished on today's shit-tastic educational voyage. And I am going to be even more helpful. Here is an example of a flag. This is a flag to represent Americans.
America!
And you look at me right in the eye and you say, what Americans does it represent, stank fuck? And I stare right upon the side of your noggin and I say it represents all of us, sweet shits. Because that is the entire point of the flag. It includes all Americans. But imagine if, okay, America has 50 states, right? And on our flag there are 50 stars. We have a star to represent every state. But what if we didn't? Just imagine for a moment if we had 50 states but only 49 stars on our flag because it's the fucking Vermont doesn't get a star, okay?
Oh,
it's like,
keep
yeah,
Vermont.
this is the
Take
American
California.
flag and 49 stars because
fuck
Vermont, Vermont can just piss off. And the people in Vermont are like,
I'd
what the fuck
actually
did we
say
do?
keep Vermont,
Colchester
but
smells like
no,
pee and spoiled
for
milk, and your
God's
state
sakes,
bird is this
give
cute
her
little
freaking
squeaky fucker
California
that wakes
star.
people up in the morning. So, yeah, fuck you, Vermont. You don't get a star. Okay,
Yeah,
imagine
friggin'
what if that happened.
California,
What if we
you don't get a
did
star
that? Would
because
it still
you
be an American
are a
flag? Would it
freaking
still be a
communist
flag of
country.
inclusion? Or did this just turn into a fuck you, Vermont flag? I mean, if we put a star for every state except Vermont, the purpose of the flag kind of turns into giving a shit
Why
middle
hate
finger to
Vermont?
Vermont, doesn't
I mean,
it? This isn't
Vermont
a
is
flag
cool.
of inclusion anymore. Yes, everyone is
It's
accepted
also the place
except
that
fuck you, Vermont.
that
That's a flag
produced
of
Ben and
exclusion
Jerry's.
now. That's a flag specifically of everyone is welcome except for you. And it wouldn't just have to be a country. What if planet Earth made a flag? Why we'd need a flag? I don't fucking know. Maybe aliens start coming around because our car insurance has less of a fucking deductible or some bullshit. Now we need a flag to represent Earthlings. Save 15% on your car insurance with Earth. And here's our beautiful Earth flag, and it's just fucking lovely, and a pride to all Earthlings, and it has something on it that represents every single country on the planet except Burundi, okay? Here's the Earth flag, and it's wonderful and glory, but Burundi doesn't get shit. And the aliens are like, hey, there's like everybody here except Burundi. And we're like, yeah, well, we kind of think Burundi sucks, so we didn't put them on the flag. And the aliens are like, oh, I see. This is a fuck you Burundi flag. This is a go sit on a big spurting prick Burundi flag. And they'd be right. This flag excludes one specific motherfucker, so it's a you're not allowed flag. And that was my first question, and I was impressed with it so much that I answered it myself. You're so fucking welcome for that shit.
Yeah.
Now, here's my second question. What in the fuck is this? What is this Daedro clown melting-looking piece of neon horse shit? Hey, whoa, get your hand off the complaint button, okay? I am a gay Native American person, okay? And as a gay Native American person, I have perfect right to comment on and criticize the flag that is supposed to represent my personal gay Native American ass. And I just, what in the holy eyeball-melting insanity is this fucking thing? So we've got the rainbow here, that's the gay flag. And we have a brown and black stripe that represents people of color. And this pastel bullshit here, that represents trans people. The yellow triangle's for people who have HIV or AIDS, and the purple circle is for intersex people, whatever the glorious blue fuck that even means. So what the fuck is this? Well, it's the flag of inclusion. It's the delicate, glittery sprinkling of all the sexual orientations in one huge hug of a flag to bring us all together. Okay, so where's the stripe that represents straight people, huh? Where the fuck is it? Where's the stripe that represents white people? And don't tell me this isn't a flag about race, because you've got two stripes there that represent everyone who isn't Caucasian, but it's the flag of inclusion. No, it isn't. Maybe I'm wrong, and that's always certainly possible, but to me this looks like a fuck straight white people flag. I mean, look at it. Everyone is included here except straight Caucasian people. This isn't an inclusion flag. This is an everyone is welcome except for you flag. And personally, as a gay individual, I will never have this divisive piece of brain-rotting looking shit represent any of my personal ass. I mean, almost no one cares if you're gay anymore. The only fuckers who think it's important now are gay people. Oh, look, there's the pile of shit that everyone gives, and they're not heaving it on your sexuality anymore.
On behalf of both myself and DL, as bisexuals,
is gleefully sharing
basically,
recipes in home
we don't
decor
let the flag
magazines
actually
with
represent
Spencer and Diego next
we actually
door.
represent ourselves.
Congratulations.
Right,
That's
DL?
really amazing. You want gay marriage? You got it. It's federally legal all over the United States. Whoop-de fucking daisy farts. That's astounding. You're biologically male, but you want to be another man's female wife? Hey, sign right up. You can do that too. And now, here's our flag that wraps us all together and represents us all in a huge, glorious love pile, but not straight white people. They can eat a bucket of narwhal shit. Really? That's for the sake of Zeus's sweaty balls, the only thing the flag represents is what people want to fuck. Could we possibly have a flag for anything less fucking important? And I don't want anyone to misunderstand me here, okay? Do I support the idea that gay and trans people should be given basic human respect and should have the same rights as everyone else? Of course I do, 100%. Judging a human being poorly because of their sexual preference is unfair, unintelligent, it's immoral, and it's not something I support in any way. But because sexual preference is something you shouldn't judge people poorly about, it's also something you shouldn't judge them positively about either. I don't have any problems with gay people, I just have problems with the flag. I have a problem with standing under a flag that represents your sexual preference to be judged positively, but no one is allowed to use the same thing to judge you negatively. That isn't fair, and it can kiss every acre of my ass. If it's stupid to view people negatively because of their sexual preference,
Amen,
it's just as stupid to view them positively for it. It's not something you should judge someone by at all, period. So there is no need for a damned flag, especially one that looks like it's designed to give the finger to one specific group of people. If you want that flag to represent you, then that is fine with me, okay? I can't, okay? I can't do it. You remember when you were a kid and the 10-year-old boys in the neighborhood would get together and they'd build a little clubhouse, right? And outside of the thing, they'd hang a little flag that said, "No girls allowed," right? They'd do it every time. This piece of neon confetti pride crap has about the same legitimacy and reverence to me. It's colored toilet paper, the only use for which is so companies can splatter it all over their logos in June so the woke crowd won't boycott them. So let me back it up. As a gay person, I got really tired of seeing people pissing all over each other because of their sexual preferences. And now that that's pretty much over, I'm perfectly happy to move on. Since most people have stopped judging gay people for being gay, doesn't it seem fair to stop judging straight people for being straight? I am perfectly okay to stop judging people on some silly shit like where, when, and who they want to have the horizontal lambada with. And that's why I think this crappy redness-searing divisive flagpole virtue signal can go straight to hell. This is to your flagless ranting griffin, and that's all I have to say about that.
Damn. Damn, that was so fucking good.
Yeah, and that was word for word exactly how I feel. Because it's like, no one in America cares that you're gay. The only people who care are these companies who can milk us for, every cent, and also the SJWs, aka liberals, who are like, oh my god, I need to surround myself with other gays. Which, by the way, if you ever see a sign that says this is a safe space for gay people, walk the other way, because that's not a safe space for gay people. That is you better have the same exact politics as me space or else.
Yeah, in fact, basically, why don't actually freaking why actually judge people on what their sexuality is or what what kind of junk they actually have between their legs? I mean, what the fuck?
Exactly. But again, these wokies cannot get to the head that, well, first of all, they are the ones who are creating a new breed of hate, of homophobia, because those who are totally okay with the LGBT, well, when they get a load of what Pride is doing now, all that cool, we're cool with you guys, it's gonna turn into a no, you're all evil, vile monsters and must be stopped. Because
Oh,
it's
Oh
these
yeah.
assholes right
oh
there.
god, oh my
Because
god.
because
Okay,
they
oh my.
have because they have destroyed years and years worth of us moving forward.
Oh yeah. Thanks a lot, fucking Professor fucking Otaku.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yeah, and
exactly
yeah, that is exactly what the fuck I was talking about.
yeah, like it's basically that. It's the whole you need to obey, which speaking of obey, so fun fact for you. There was this one YouTube video someone showed on Twitter of a um 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 a teacher scolding a student because the student is smart. The student's like, there's only two genders and all of this, and the teacher's like, you are not being inclusive. It's exclusive and yada yada yada, and like he's talking about, you need to obey. You need to obey the system, and it's like, that sounds very
Very fascistic.
mm, not only
Mm-hmm.
that, but also, the teacher had the audacity to sit there and say, you have no idea what I want to say to you for wasting my time. When yet in reality, it's like, no, no, you wasted his and everyone else's time with your crybaby rant about, someone not playing pretend with you. There are and forever shall be two genders when it comes to human beings.
Actually, there are only three genders: male, female, and complete fucking retard.
Amen to that one. But I actually agree with the first two. But yeah, anything beyond freaking the first two is just absolute freaking mental
hmm
mental
Because here's the thing.
mental gymnastics.
Yeah, because here's the thing. What makes what makes a non-binary body different than a male and female body? Because I can tell you what makes a female body from the inside out, pause, and what makes a male body from the inside out. And so,
It's
with,
basic biology, man.
hmm
Nothing more to it than that.
But people don't
All
understand.
these intellectual douchebags like Professor Otaku want to overcomplicate basic biology just to seem smart when in actuality they're just fucking completely retarded.
hmm
Yeah, and basically, let me just put it like this. If you're going to actually pretty much, say, oh, I actually sexually identify as like a cucumber. Jesus Christ. I don't even know why I actually said that, but God forbid, these people are just,
Okay, if they want to sexually identify as something, Why not something cool like a giant robot? I mean,
hell, I actually would freaking I would actually sexually identify as a hentai harem protagonist.
Yes.
there you go.
But you know what? Let's change this topic to something a little bit more positive because we've already given our opinions about the LGBT community, how toxic it is, how the pride needs to go the fuck away because you have nothing to be prideful of because of how disgusting you are. But so let's talk about that Nintendo Direct for a moment.
Oh yeah. Anyone else but me is stoked for the Super Mario RPG remake. I know I am.
Yes! When I seen that, I literally screamed. Super Mario RPG was my first RPG that I've ever had, and oh
And
my god,
technically my first RPG was more Dragon Warrior, but I didn't really understand the mechanics of RPGs at the time. And it basically took about until Super Mario RPG to basically get the ball rolling and basically get me full blown head over heels towards this role playing game thing.
and oh my god, Gino is back, baby. Now,
I mean, granted, you could still play the OG game via RetroArch, but
now the other thing I want to throw out there because a lot of people are like, now why is Gino so popular? Why do you like him? Y'all like him so much? And here's the reason. Gino is basically the cool character. He's the Vegeta, the Zoro, the Shadow the Hedgehog, Wolverine. You know, the cool, awesome character that
yeah.
everyone loves.
Hashtag make Geno canon into the Super Mario verse.
Yes.
Or sort of like, the anti-hero per se.
Well,
I mean, hell, I'd totally be down for playing a video game starring Geno, dude. Like,
yeah,
hell
again,
yeah.
like,
Let's fucking go already.
yeah, because again, he is the cool character. Again, the Meta Knight, Vegeta, Wolverine, the character that everybody loves, the cool, badass character. That is why the fans love him.
Yeah, in fact,
He's just really cool guy.
oh man, but like I said, I've also need to get back into watching freaking Magical Destroyers because I'm actually up to about episode 7, I think.
Alright.
It's actually pretty good so far. I mean,
yeah. Let's also talk about Star Ocean: The Second Story R. Like, good lord, is the HD 2D art style looking like a banger on this one.
Again, like this session, not session, but this has been a pretty
yes,
good. This Nintendo Direct has been a pretty good show. I mean, granted, it wasn't the best, but it was fairly decent. And also, I'm glad that Princess Peach is getting a game, because even though she did have one a long time ago, in fairness, and I hate saying this because it's basically what Wokies say, but that game was kind of sexist in a way. I mean, she literally had the powers of PMS.
Oh, yeah. Let's not go down that road, shall we? But
yeah, anyway. Speaking of awesome games that pisses off the woke, any of y'all got a PS5 and playing Final Fantasy 16 because it is already pissing off the woke.
I'm not buying PS5 just to play one game, okay? I flat out refuse to give Sony any more of my money. After some of the fucking bullshit shenanigans they have been fucking playing with us ever since they decided to actually cuck us from playing fucking Senran Kagura.
Yeah, although unfortunately I'm actually considering buying myself a PS5 just so I could actually play Final Fantasy 16. Hey, sometimes you gotta strike a deal with the devil in order to play some awesome shit.
But just remember,
wait, hear me. I'm only earning enough money so that my brother-in-law can actually buy me a PS5. That's basically using the old.
And basically, word of warning: if you deal with the devil will eventually get his due.
Yeah, but I mean, I will also.
I know. That's basically why I'm basically going the Faustian route on this one.
Now I will say this though. I don't. I mean, it is the game for Steam because I can get it here.
Basically, you're gonna have to wait until
It's a timed exclusive, so yeah, I'm bidding by around Christmas time.
Yeah, try towards the end of the year. So, because basically, in the fine print at the end of the commercial, it'll say like available for other consoles after like the new year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping Christmas time, really, because I'm still hoping Christmas time. But yeah.
And also don't forget, freaking the 4th of July is coming around, so be sure to actually get your grills ready, along with get some good old fashioned meats, fly your American flags.
Oh yeah,
grab some like freaking American patriotic beers. Fuck Bud Light, fuck Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, sans the Bud Light. Assuming Bud Light was actually ever real beer to begin with.
Yeah, and basically, you know what I say? Just grab some American beer, grab your American flags, and let's actually race for the greatest.
I think it could be good with Mexican beer. I mean, Mexican beer is some good shit, I heard.
Yeah, I'm not much of a beer person anyway, but like I said, basically raise a beer, raise a drink. Just actually try to have a good time. And just be thankful you live in the greatest freaking country, the United States of motherfucking America.
Hell yeah! Even for all the ESG bullshit our government's pulling.
And here's something else to
you
note.
just can't beat living in America, like at all. In fact, only thing that comes close is living in Japan, and even then, that's basically Asian America.
Mm-hmm. But here's something else I want to talk though. Just remember when you're, cooking and celebrating the 4th of July, just remember, not only are you pissing off the vegans and shit, you're also pissing off SJWs who hate this country, which is absolutely hilarious because they're sitting there and say, oh, America sucks, I'm going to burn this flag, and I'm going to, say I'm gay, and all
this is why I keep telling them, this is America, bitch! Love it or leave it, bitch! Love it or leave it, motherfucker!
Not just that, but if you were to be gay and or burn the national flag in Russia or China, the places that you fucking glorify, that would be your last mistake.
Oh, yes. Very much your last mistake. I mean, you'd be hauled off into a gulag if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's the thing they don't understand, because to them, the smooth little brain, they see, Russia or China, it's like, oh my god, this is, this is the best country, or whatever kind of bullshit. Like, it is the ideal home.
Oh, yeah. Why don't they fucking move there? There's planes taking off every fucking second, every fucking day. I mean, what? Go to a fucking plane already and fucking move already if you don't. Here.
You know what's funny? Is I'm pretty sure they know in the smooth they can't go to Russia or China and be the gay.
Yeah,
and also
exactly.
they would have to work, which is something that Wookiees hate. They hate working.
Yeah, and anyway, guys, I'm going to have to call it good here. So.
Screeching. They make with the autistic screeching.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it good here. So,
let me go first. So, like I said, since this is going to be maybe the last one, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it tomorrow. But I am going to say this. The current year Pride thing is an absolute abomination. I hate it. Yes, I'm bisexual, but even I am disgusted with what this community has become, because it's basically what the far right have already called us, which was a fetish. And well, lo and behold, you're wearing a rainbow thong, grinding on one another, and basically proving the religious zealots right. Also, to throw it out there, um Pat Robertson did die this month. However, though, normally I would be excited and happy and, go fuck yourself, but I am going to be the bigger person and choose peace and just say rest
Yeah,
in
that's
peace.
pretty much the mature way of handling it.
Yeah, because, I mean, at the end of the day, that guy, if there's a heaven and hell, that guy is clearly going to hell. But also super hyped for Mario, for Princess Peach, and to be fair, there's that one that was like what was it? Oh yeah, the Silent Hope game. I think it was called Silent Hope. Looks fun, looks exciting. Get hyped, and until next time, let your desires burn brightly. Bye.
And Matt,
Oh, not much for me. Just be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And remember, there is a Bible passage and talking about pride coming before the fall. And let me tell you, the fall is a coming. Let me tell you, we're just getting ready for that shitstorm to follow.
yep. Anyway, guys, thank you all for coming aboard and dealing with my craziness. And as always, just remember these 4 things. Respect the lives of fan service, enjoy your fandoms, embrace your degeneracy as long as it's legal, doesn't hurt anyone else, enemy is freedom. Until next time, guys, I'm Mr. Anime 343. God, anime, mecha, BTD waifu, fucking speed.